Hey guys, I hope you are doing great, and in this video we are going to be talking about karma. Now, I did do a video on this previously, however I think I explained it in a way that perhaps wasn't understood by most people. What I really want to do with these videos, or at least with this topic, is explain it in a way that can be easily sort of understood by anyone at any kind of level, so that you can actually apply it to your life, sort of regardless of who you are. So what I'm going to do in this video is, firstly, I'm going to explain what exactly karma is. I'm going to give some examples and explain a little bit about how you will see karma play out throughout your life. I'll also go a little bit into past, current, and future lives. What I will also do is I will also explain how you can actually improve your karmic footprint so that you can actually live a more authentic, truthful version of yourself. What I'm not going to be doing in this video is explaining how you can, at least on some level, free yourself from the karmic cycle, because that actually can be done, at least to some level, on as a human being in this life. I will do another video at some point explaining how you can actually free yourself, at least somewhat, from the karmic cycle. So let's get into it. So first of all, what exactly is karma? Now, karma is a very simple, universal principle. It is a principle of cause and effect. Essentially, every single action that you take, whether that be positive or negative, will be reciprocated back to you in some way, shape, or form, whether that be in, this is where most people get confused, whether that be in this life or in a future life, if you decide to continue reincarnating in human form, if that's something that you choose to do. So there are two different types of karma. There is bad karma, so negative karma, and there is good karma, so positive karma. They are both polar opposites. Let's first get into explaining bad karma, and I'm also going to give you some examples. So bad karma is essentially any negative action that you take toward another person, or any negative action in any kind of situation will at some point be reciprocated equally to the actual negativity that you dealt out. Now let me give you an example. Let's say you are in, I do apologize for this sun glare, by the way. It is a little bit intense. Please excuse that. Let's say, for example, you are in a store and you really don't like the look of somebody. They trigger something in you that doesn't make you feel very good. So you actually decide to emotionally, verbally attack them. And this individual doesn't actually respond. They actually decide to internalize that negativity. What will then happen is, at some point, either during this life or, like I say, in a next life, you will receive that back in some way, shape, or form, whether that be in the same quantity or whether done over a period of time. That also may not come back to you in the form of a verbal attack. It may essentially come back to you in different forms of negativity. So let me go into a slightly more extreme example of the same case. Let's say, for example, you actually decide to physically attack this person. That is a more intense negativity. Therefore, you will receive a more intense result back as a result of what you have done. So that is bad karma. Now let's go on to explaining good karma, positive karma. So let's give an example. Let's say, for example, there is an elderly person walking down the street and there is a lot of traffic. There is no zebra crossings, at least what we have here in the UK. There is no zebra crossings, and they're looking to cross the road. You can see that, and you actually take your time to go over to them and say, look, I'm going to help you out here. You actually then safely bring the traffic to a halt and guide this elderly person across the road. That is a good deed. You will, in either this life or in your next life, actually receive that good karma back to you in some way, shape or form. Another example is, let's say somebody needs some emotional help and you actually go out of your way to put time and energy into them to actually emotionally help them through a situation. That will also be given back to you in some way, shape or form. It works exactly the same as negative karma, depending on the intensity of the positivity that you give out will equate to what you will get back. Now, I think most people, where they get confused with karma is that it is hugely determined by your past, specifically your past lives. So the actions, the positive and negative actions that you have done in a past human incarnation will affect the way that you are experiencing your current life. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to give quite an extreme example, quite a serious example, which I actually see happen quite often. And that is actually if an individual in a past life has actually seriously harmed someone. So this could be you may have taken somebody's life, or you may have really physically harmed someone. What I see commonly playing out with this is that they actually then reincarnate into their next life, and they actually go through some quite horrendous abuse, usually during childhood. This could be any form of abuse, and essentially what that is doing is that is offsetting the action that they took in that past life. Does this make it right? Absolutely not. And if any situation like that could be prevented, of course, at all costs, it should be prevented. However, that is quite a common thing. Also, so yeah, so like I said, that is offsetting what that individual has done in that past life. The same also goes for positive karma. So if you have done a lot of good in a past life, you will then be given the opportunity to experience a more positive life. Now, I just sort of broke my train of thought slightly there, because actually there is I believe that I think there is a better way of actually handling offsetting negative karma, and that is actually through forgiveness. It is, of course, a much less extreme way of an individual offsetting a certain negative karma. However, it takes a lot of self-awareness to actually forgive someone, to apply that type of forgiveness. But I believe that is a much better way of offsetting karma than the more extreme examples that I have just given. So on to the next part. How exactly can you improve your karmic footprint? So in order to do that, what you need to do is start being a lot more intentional with the things that you are doing and actions that you are taking to others. So if you want to build up your positive karma, you of course really need to be helping others in whatever way that can be. That could be teaching people something that you know. It could be starting a business which has some kind of positive impact. It could be creating a YouTube channel. It could be as simple as helping a friend out when they need it. just being genuinely helpful and caring and respectful of others, this is ultimately going to build up your positive karma score, which, by the way, will actually start to lead you into a place where you can actually then free yourself, at least on some level, from the karmic cycle. I think it's actually difficult to live a life where you don't incur some level of bad karma. We all make mistakes, and there will sometimes be occasions in life where perhaps we do incur some level of bad karma as a result of some mistake that we've made. And in such case, then, as long as we learn from that mistake, and try not to make it again, then we can continue to build up that positive karma score. So yeah, that's how you can then improve your karmic footprint. It's really, really simple stuff. But yeah, like I was saying, most people they get confused with karma because they don't consider their past lives, and that can have a great impact on how you live your current life. So I hope that was a little bit easier to understand than the last video I created. If you did enjoy this video, be sure to drop a like. Be sure to also subscribe to the channel, as I will be doing a lot more of this in the future. And be sure to also drop a comment if you would like to say anything or continue the conversation. And share with a friend if you feel like they would benefit. So that is it for this one. Thank you very much for watching, and I will see you later. Bye for now.